I'm sorry I'm the one that has to tell you this, but the 2010s fashion revival is here.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexa Sunshine 83 here. Pollen is in the air, my allergies are really bad, which means spring is in full force, and today I wanted to style some 2025 spring fashion trends. Some of these are like mainstream spring trends, others are just things that are trending in my world and I wanted to style today. And also I wanted to show how I'm integrating these trends into my style and how you don't have to copy and paste the exact trendy item. Instead, you can integrate it into your wardrobe in a more original and unique way to your personal style. So let's get into it. This may be controversial, but I do think bootcut jeans are the superior style of jeans. And don't get me wrong, I think every style of jean has a different purpose, a different reason. I own a bunch of different styles of jeans and I am continuing to wear them based on what the outfit calls for. But in finding bootcut jeans, I have fallen in love with them. It was definitely influenced, at least for me personally, by Lorelai Gilmore. I had picked up watching Gilmore Girls in the fall. I had picked it up like a year before, but then I stopped and then I started watching again in the fall and then I stopped again because it's really like a fall show. So I will be continuing to watch this fall as well, which I know doesn't make any sense to watch a show, but it's just like how my head works. But Lorelai Gilmore bootcut jeans just like changed the chemistry in my mind, and it seems that I'm not alone in regards to bootcut jeans. Not that everyone was getting the same inspo as me, but there's been such a shift in really loose baggy jeans that we had seen in the past couple of years to more bootcut jeans. And I would also say a lot more people are into ankle boots, kind of like booties, and what jeans are perfect for that? Bootcut jeans. Just to show you an example of a more straight leg, almost mom jean compared to a bootcut jean. Like, again, I don't think the straight leg jean is even bad, but it's just a little bit more annoying to wear with boots because it rides up. And at least for me, like, I would keep having to fidget with it to make sure it would lay properly on the boots. Whereas the bootcut jeans, if you get the right length, that is something as somebody that is 5'7" and my length is in my legs, has been quite difficult in finding secondhand as well, because I need like a 33 to a 34 inch inseam, and all the ones that I really liked probably were like junior sizes or just shrunk and were quite short. So I think you do have to find the right length for you, and so that does make it more difficult compared to a straight leg jean, I will say. But when you do find the right pair, it kind of changes everything. Polka dots are literally everywhere right now. Big dots, small dots, dots on dots. You can't escape it. And since it's such a classic pattern, it is so easy to find secondhand, which this polka dot skirt I picked up from ThredUp, and actually this full outfit is from there. ThredUp is the world's largest online resale platform and is sponsoring today's video. They have some of my favorite brands like Reformation, Doc Martens, Levi's for up to 90% off their estimated retail price. Choosing secondhand reduces the amount of new clothing waste and helps keep those pieces out of landfills. I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much cute clothing already exists, and one of my favorite features on ThredUp is their improved search. So in this case, I was able to search for polka dots and filter my search even more by color, material, even skirt length. This skirt is by Tahari and the estimated retail price was $95, and I got it for the ThredUp price of $17.99. I paired it with this gorgeous red silk blouse by White House Black Market. Estimated retail price was $69 and the ThredUp price was $21.99. Another trend, at least for me, I don't know how much it's trending in the mainstream, is skinny scarves. And you all know I can't shut up about skinny scarves. So this Old Navy sparkle one I got from ThredUp just adds the perfect amount of personality. The estimated retail price was $20 and the ThredUp price was $12.99. Another trend this season is micro shorts. We really swung from jorts down to your calf to to micro shorts just inches away from your cheeks out, which this is a perfect example of taking a trend and doing it in your own way. I personally just am not super comfortable with that length, but these Levi shorts from thredUP are perfect. Still shorter than what we saw last year, which, side note, I literally love long shorts and will continue to wear them, but I just wanted to show if you were interested in the micro shorts and don't know how to incorporate it into your style, if the length just isn't you, that you can just opt for something shorter yet still in your comfort zone. The estimated retail price was $70 and the thredUP price was $29.99, which I don't even think these have ever been worn. They are literally in like new condition. I grabbed this Charlotte Russe top. Estimated original price was $19 and I got it for $15.99. To break up the blue top and bottom, I got this brown braided belt by Talbots. Estimated original price was $90 and the thredUP price was $24.99. Probably one of my favorite secondhand finds of the year is this brown fossil bag. It has that slight patchwork style I have been searching for, and it was estimated at $158, but I got it for the thredUP price of $48.99. Whether you're looking for a spring trend this season or even need a dress for a special occasion, choose secondhand with thredUP. They have hundreds of brands for a fraction of the price all in one place. Tap my link and use code Alexa50 to shop my thredUP faves and get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. I'm sorry I'm the one that has to tell you this, but the 2010s fashion revival is here, and one of the biggest indicators is fringe. Fringe was everywhere in the 2010s, and it is back. I will say it has been, you know, trending, and it's not that it even like goes out of style necessarily, but I wouldn't say it's been as mainstream as it is since the 2010s now. Like, especially with Coachella, like fringe is everywhere. It's in shoes, it's in jackets, it's in bags. A lot of the ones I've seen have been secondhand, and I think that's my favorite thing about fringe is no fringe jacket secondhand is gonna be the same. It's gonna be really, really difficult to find the exact jacket that you are loving on someone else. Trying to find it for yourself, like that's gonna be impossible. And yes, there are the fast fashion fringe jackets, or even there's gonna be that it fringe jacket that everyone and their moms is gonna own that's from a fast fashion brand and is probably gonna cause the trend to die. But if you do it through a vintage and secondhand lens, regardless if fringe jackets are outdated next spring, like your jacket is gonna be so original and unique. And also, at least for me, it took me a long time to find the perfect fringe jacket, so heck no am I not gonna wear it once it's outdated. It took a lot and also was quite expensive because I got it at a flea market, so I will continue to wear it. Like I mentioned, I think the boho trend of spring 2025 is its own thing, and from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of flowy materials, a lot of like linen, or even pointel, or like cotton little white tops. And I don't think this is also super original from the trend cycle in the past couple of years, but it's definitely leaning on that 2010s boho style versus how we have been seeing it more in a cottagecore type of style. Sometimes I say these words and I'm like, this sounds completely made up, but that is fashion. I personally don't have a boho style. I think there's elements to my style that slightly do, but I think where I wanted to create my outfit was just with white, because lots of flowy skirts. I thrifted this white maxi skirt back in 2022. I definitely styled it differently back then than I do now, and in this case I wanted to put it with something that has a slight almost crochet looking detail, because that's a big thing that I've been seeing with boho style, and again, just very frilly and comfortable. I think paying attention to the accessories is going to be key for something like this. I'm thinking like a brown leather belt. You can add fringe. Again, I feel like fringe and boho kind of like connect, but I wanted them to be different because I don't think it has to be within a boho style. The main trend I've seen with this is specifically the railroad stripe jeans, but also I wanted to include striped pants in general, because this has been on my thrift wish list, and I actually have thrifted a good amount of striped pants, but specifically like suit trousers, but they do have kind of like a bootcut style. So I wanted to show how I am styling this specific trend with what I personally own. Although I would love to find the railroad stripe jeans. That's definitely on my list, but something that I think is probably gonna take a couple of years to find the perfect pair. So now I'm just gonna be enjoying my striped pants that I have. I think it gives it a very unique look because I haven't really seen people wearing striped suit pants necessarily, and so it just feels like my own way of doing the trend. I used to be the biggest hater of drop waist silhouettes, and I will say I'm still a little conflicted by them, but I finally did thrift a dress that has a drop waist, and it is really cute. It gives such a different silhouette that I just really haven't worn, and I think especially compared to the bubble hem that I've been seeing specifically in a drop waist dress or silhouette, this version is way more me. I decided to go with some red heels with my drop waist dress, and I do feel like very flirty, very cute. I think of like a spring morning brunch or something in this, and I definitely understand the hype of the drop waist. The only thing I was very confused about is what shoes to go, and I think that's my biggest kind of confusion with a drop waist silhouette is what shoes do you wear with it. I loved the heels, but it's also like for something more wearable every day, like the heels definitely makes them feel more dressed up. Boots, but I'm like, do the boots look okay? So please let me know your thoughts. What shoes do people wear with a drop waist silhouette? Butter yellow is the spring 2025 color trend. It was actually trendy last year, and I mean, again, I just find it so silly to say like a color is trending, but like it was trending last year, and now it's trending. There was even an audio on Instagram that was like, you don't need to buy the butter yellow top, the butter yellow skirt, basically to promote not buying every single trend, and people were then using that audio to show the butter yellow things that they've bought and being like, actually no, you do need to buy it. Very, very interesting. I'm not going to talk about that, but what I did want to share with that is just how big it is and how many brands are making butter yellow clothing. And as much as I can appreciate it and I think it's beautiful, it's just not my color, which sounds ironic that my entire channel is called Alexa Sunshine. I'm wearing kind of yellow today, but specifically a pastel yellow. My mind could totally change, but I don't think this is something that would be as wearable for me. Maybe in accents, I think there's different pastels that I do enjoy, but I have to kind of like be wary of how much pastel I add into my wardrobe. And so with this one, I am actually not going to be styling butter yellow. Instead, I'm going to be styling a color that is trending in my world for spring 2025, and that is purple. I really went back and forth about maybe I should thrift something that's butter yellow just so in this video I can style it, you know, to have it be the trend. But I was like, that is kind of against my whole thought with trends and saying if you don't like something, like don't buy it. And I just felt like if I were to go out of my way to do that, like I would never wear the piece, and I was doing the exact opposite of what I wanted to promote. And so I also wanted to tell you that you don't have to wear what the trendy color is this season. If you like it, then heck yes, wear it. But if you don't, that's okay too. And if there's another color that is trending in your world, rock that. I know the poncho princesses have been screaming from the rooftop that ponchos are where it's at for the past couple of years, and I would say that now it really is quite a mainstream trend. Personally, I do find it quite difficult to find the perfect poncho, so it hasn't been something that I've really been rocking. Because of that, I haven't been able to find the perfect one, and I did thrift one a couple of months ago, and I love the pattern of it. I love the silhouette. I do wish it was a little shorter, and it's definitely something that isn't like an everyday piece for me, but what an addition. What a fun addition. There's so many different colors you can get. It's kind of impractical, especially with a bag, but that's what kind of makes it fantastic. Having at least one poncho in my wardrobe is beneficial, maybe two. If I find the second perfect one, then I'll add a second one, and then that is it. But I do think ponchos are fun, and if you have been thinking about it, try it out. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what trends you're loving for this spring. And again, thank you so much to ThredUp for sponsoring today's video. You can shop my ThredUp favorites in my link in the description, and also use code Alexa50 for 50% off your first order plus shipping. As always, a majority of the items that I showed in this video were secondhand, so if you do like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below. Also follow me on Instagram, which is AlexSunshine83, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!